Hello, my name is Jamie Coyve, and today we're getting students' opinions on school lunches. So the San Diego Unified School District nutrition page says it's committed to a high-quality, healthy, and tasty meal. Do you feel this is accurate?
No, I do not. I do not think that is an accurate statement at all.
Very inaccurate because the food is very disgusting.
It's kind of mid.
I don't think they're high quality because like when you eat the meat, it's like tastes like rubber.
If you just look at the lunch, you can tell by the quality. It's either been frozen.
I feel like there's some fake stuff in the food because it doesn't taste real.
So you don't think it's fresh?
Yeah, it's frozen.
So a lot of students that we interviewed claims that they don't really like the school lunches and it doesn't really taste that good. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I cannot blame them.
The meals are on the verge of being unappetizing or even inedible. So there's no way that they could be healthy or appetizing for students to want to eat, or nutritious for that matter.
So before we begin, would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name is Melanie Moyer, and I'm the Menu Systems Development Dietitian, and I've been with the district since 2015.
And I'm Mary Tyransky, and I'm also a Menu Systems Development Dietitian, and I've been with the district since, I believe, 2013, I think, right?
So a lot of students that we interview claim that they're not really satisfied with all the lunches and, it doesn't really taste good or it doesn't taste natural. What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel?
Mary, do you want to start on this question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how to hit on taste natural. I think for us, when people compare school food to what they might go out and eat at a restaurant or maybe one of their favorite fast food chains or maybe even what they're getting from home, our food is going to taste different because it has a lot of different nutritional standards set by the government. So we can't necessarily make the same burger you could maybe get at In-N-Out or one of your favorite places because we have a lot of restrictions on sodium, fat, and we need to use whole grains. So it's maybe a healthier version of what you're used to, and maybe that's what doesn't taste good. And of course, there could be other reasons why people feel that way. But I think one of the main reasons behind that is we can't exactly go and make food as freely as some of your favorite other places you might be eating at. Mm-hmm. And also, cost is involved with that as well.
So we're operating under something called Seamless Summer Option. And so for breakfast, we get $2.60 for every meal that's served to a student. And lunch and supper, we receive $4.56. So that's the reimbursement that we are receiving per meal. But you have to remember that there's a lot of cost that goes into preparing that meal, not just the food cost, but also the labor and production.
So jumping right into that. So how much does the district spend per student lunch and every day?
So in a normal school year, and I say normal because this has really been atypical this year, we try to, on average, keep our total meal. So you have 5 components in a meal with lunch. You have the grain, the meat, or sometimes we call it the meat alternate, fruit, a vegetable, and a milk. So we try to always keep that just under like $1.25. This year, because of multiple issues, supply chain, we're spending a little bit more on food. In terms that the food that we're buying is more than what we would normally spend because we have to do a lot of what we call IW, like individually wrapped food, and that food tends to run a little bit higher in cost. But generally, like for lunch, it's $1.25, and then for breakfast, we usually keep it under $1 per student.
All right, so Mr. DeFreitas, how long have you been teaching at SCPA?
I've been here 11 years.
All right, so what do you know about the school lunches here?
I do know that we used to have some really good school lunches, like salads, pizza, and a good variety because they used to serve them to the teachers. And so the teachers used to go all the time, and we had a good selection. There was usually like 5 or 6 things to pick from. But from what I know now, it's not quite like that.
How significant would you say the downgrade in lunch would be?
From what I've seen from students lately, a lot of the lunches, first off, the portions look like they've been cut. Milk cartons have been unlabeled. The bread is so stale that you can't even bite into it. And they just don't look complete. Like there's not a full like all the courses like to get everything so they're getting full nutrition.
And since I work here, I never did eat anything from here. Yeah.
So,
I guess because you know, it's frozen and you know they prepared frozen. It's not, to me, it's not, you know, fresh.
so with all the students that say that they don't like the food, does it put any kind of strain on you or any of the people that work here?
Oh yeah, they report it in the office, and then you know, I don't know what they do, something about it. But you know, it's the same thing basically. Every week, you know, they go to the menu and prepare it.
Personally, I don't really eat the other school lunches. All I go there for is the salad, and sometimes I get tired of the salad, but at least they have 2 different ones, so I choose from those 2. But the other ones, like the pizza, it's honestly not that good, and it gets stuck to the paper, you know. And the other ones, I just don't be finishing them if I get them.
Well, most of the school lunches here are pretty cold and they're pretty bland. So personally, that's why I don't really get the school lunches here.